Good afternoon, dear boys and girls. I hope you are all fine, and I believe that the online classes are very useful to you all. Today, we are going to learn Unit 7 Prose, a birthday letter written by Jawaharlal Nehru. Let's see about the author. Jawaharlal Nehru, 14th November 1889 to 27th May 1964 was his time period, was the first Prime Minister of India and a central figure in Indian politics before and after independence. He emerged as an eminent leader of the Indian independence movement under the tutelage of Mahatma Gandhi and served India as a prime minister from its establishment as an independent nation in 1947 until his death in 1964. He is considered to be the architect of a modern Indian nation state, a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. He was also known as Pandit Nehru, while many Indian children knew him as Uncle Nehru. Let's read the lesson and try to understand. It was the summer of 1928 when Jawaharlal Nehru began writing letters to his young daughter Indira, who was in Missouri at that time. In his letters, he speaks to his daughter on a wide range of topics. See, Jawaharlal Nehru was in the prison and the year is 1928. He began writing letter to his young daughter Indira. He speaks to his daughter on a wide range of topics. So he was in the prison, so he wanted to communicate to his daughter, but he wrote a letter like including languages, trade, history, geography, science, epics, and evolution. When Indira was about to turn 13 in 1930, Nehru started sending her more detailed letters. These letters contained his understanding of the world, which he wanted to further impact to his daughter. So Nehru wanted to teach how he has understood the world, what are the things that he learnt. So all the things that he wanted to teach through the letter to his young daughter Indira. Even while he was in the prison, he wanted to make sure that his child is not devoid of her father's teaching. So though Nehru was in the prison, in the jail, Nehru he wants to teach to his daughter Indira about the world which he has understood, and also he is trying to teach to his daughter. Over the next 4 years, see, Nehru has written continuously over 4 years. Nehru continuously wrote to his daughter from prison, and his words are still inspiring. So through this, letter, the words, Indira got inspiring. So the letters written by Nehru from the various prison in British India to his daughter Indira were published in 1942 as a book called Glimpses of World History. It is a collection 196 letters on world history. Now just read the letter. Central Prison, Naini, October 26, 1930. My dear Indira, on your birthday you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. Good wishes you will still have in full measure, but what present can I send you from Naini prison? My presents cannot be very material or solid, they can be of the mind and spirit, things that even the high walls of the prison cannot stop. So Jawaharlal Nehru is saying that it is the habit that you are receiving on your birthday some presents and good wishes, and he says good wishes you will still have in full measure, but what present can I send you from Naini prison? He says that I'm in the prison. My presence cannot be very material or solid. This is not a things, but they can be of the mind and spirit, things that even the high walls of the prison cannot stop. So he thinks, Jawaharlal Nehru thinks that offering like material gifts is very much more important than that inspire. He is giving some. He is feeding the mind and the spirit. So through the letter, he is inspiring. You know, sweetheart, how I dislike sermonizing and doling out good advice. Then he says that you know, my dear daughter, I don't like to be sermonized. Sermonize means to preach. I have always thought that the best way to find what is right and what is not right, what should be done and what we should not be done, is not by giving a sermon. Then Jawaharlal Nehru says that what is right and what is not right, and what should be done and what we should not to be done, is not by giving a sermon. I am not a preaching, but by talking and discussing, and out of discussion, sometimes a little bit of truth comes out. So he says that while we discuss each other, so that time the truth comes out. He says like that. I have liked my talks with you and we have discussed many things. He says that I am talking to you and we discussed many things from each other. But the world is wide and beyond our world lie other wonderful and mysterious world. He says that we are thinking that this is the world. On Proverbs says, what we learnt is the size of the palm, and what we didn't learn is the size of the world. So likewise, we imagine the world in a different manner, but he says beyond our world lie other wonderful and mysterious world. None of us need ever be bored or imagine that we have learnt everything worth learning and become very wise. But what am I to do then? A letter can hardly take the place of a talk. So he says that I'm in the prison. So through discussing, the truth comes out, and also now I'm in the jail. So what can I hardly take the place of a talk? So how can I talk? At best, it is a one-side affair. Imagine that I have made a suggestion to you for you to think ever, as if you really were having a talk. In history, we read of great periods in the life of nations, of great men and women. Do you remember how fascinated you were when you first read the story of Joan of Arc? So then Jawaharlal Nehru says that all the nations has a great history. So you also have you are fascinated means you are also extremely attracted the story of Joan of Arc, and how your ambition was to be something like her. So you are when once you read her history, so you also made your ambition as like a Joan of Arc. Ordinary men and women are not usually heroic. They think of their bread and butter. Ordinary men and women, they simply think of the food, bread and butter, of their children, of their household worries, problems, and the like. But a time comes when a whole people become interested in a great cause. Ordinary men and women, they only think of their household worries and the children and the food and bread and butter. But when the time comes, the when a whole people become interested in a great cause, then the history helps even. Even simple ordinary men and women to become heroes. Great leaders have something in them which inspires a whole people and makes them to do great deeds. See, when we read some great leaders' lesson through history, so that inspires us to do many great things. A brave and noble act. In India, a great leader full of love for all who suffer and eager to help them has inspired our people to great action and noble sacrifice. He has helped to make the starving, the poor, and the oppressed free and happy. Babuji means Mahatma Gandhi ji. In Babuji is in the prison. That means Mahatma Gandhi ji is in prison. But the magic of his message has stolen the hearts of Indian millions. See, though Mahatma or Babuji, both are same only. Babuji is addressed as the Mahatma Gandhi ji. So, though he is in the prison, but his message has stolen the hearts of the India's millions, men and women, and even little children. Come out of their little shells and become India's soldiers of freedom. So, all the people for freedom fight. They came forward, even little children, through the message from the from the Mahatma Gandhi ji inspired them to to battle against like a British people. In India, today we are making history, and you and I are the fortunate to see this happening before our eyes and to take some part ourselves in this great drama. He says that in history that we need to be, we also need to be part of that history. He says so we need to serve for our country. He says like that. If we are to be India's soldier, we have to respect India's honor, and that honor is a sacred trust. That he says that we need to love our country, we need to honor our country. It is no easy matter to decide what is right and what is not. One little test, he says that the simple, he says that which is right and which is not right means only little test I shall ask you to apply whenever you are in a doubt. Never do anything in secret. He advises Indira to be frank. Don't be in secret or anything that you would wish to hide. Don't hide anything and don't do anything secret. For the desire to hide anything means that you are afraid. And fear is the bad thing and unworthy of you. Be brave and all the rest follows you. He advises that be brave, don't afraid, and don't try to hide. That's what he says. You know that in your great freedom movement under Babuji, that means under Mahatma Gandhiji leadership, there is no room for secrecy or hiding. So when we fought against when we fought against the British people for freedom, so under Babuji, that means Mahatma Gandhiji, under the Mahatma Gandhiji leadership, that we didn't do anything secretly or secretly or hiding. We have nothing to hide. We are not afraid of what we do or what we say. We should not afraid what we do or what we say. We walk in the sun. That means we should be frank in the light. Even so, in our private lives, let us make friends with this sun and walk in the light. He says that be frank. Don't hide anything. Don't do anything wrong. That's what he says. And do nothing secretly. And if you do so means, my dear, you will grow up a child of the light. If you be frank, if you be brave, that means you will grow up a child of the light, unafraid and serene. That means peaceful and calm. Unruffled means not, you will not worry or you will not get nervous, whatever may happen. That's what he advised Indira. I have written a very long letter to you, and yet there is so much I would like to tell you. So he says that I have written a very long letter and I would like to tell you. How can a letter contain it? He says that how can a letter is not enough. Goodbye, little one, and may you grow into a brave soldier and leader, India's service. With all my love and good wishes, your loving father, Jawaharlal Nehru. Dear students, I hope you have understood the lessons well. I request everyone to read the textbook thoroughly and try to understand. And also I have given you the assignment questions. Kindly study and write in your assignment notes. Thank you.